don't think he'll care he's got an almond. We'll probably have a few here in a minute. Oh, cute one.
The girl ones are so plain.
Can you take a photo side on because I can't get the angle here? Thank you. So beautiful. Oh, is that your good side? Is that your good side? The almonds is what you need.
G'day from Hill End, the historic gold mining town that's been sort of taken over, well not taken over, it's leased or something, isn't it, Darren?
National parks have a tenure. So national parks have all the areas in green on the map and all the little grey areas are actually privately owned, but between national parks and the privately owned residences, everyone's working together to preserve the history of the area, which is fantastic. It's fantastic, I love it.
So we're going to spend 4 days here exploring all these little places and points of interest. And probably the pub though.
I reckon we'll be the pub a bit. But what about Kissing Point Lookout? You going to take me there, babe?
It always leads to a bit more than just kissing, though. Anyway, we're all set up. There's our little spot right at the front gates. And got our walking shoes on. And Michelle's got white shoes on.
They're still walking shoes.
Same place though?
Apparently not.
So we're just going to go for a walk around town and yeah, get the lay of the land a bit. Big old trees. What are they called that?
I think they're poplar trees.
Poplar trees. Beautiful big old building. Doesn't look like much is happening in here. Looks like it may do in tourist season. Alright, seems like a good place to start, though.
Absolutely.
Well, this is pretty fancy.
Really?
Might be in here for a while. Tell you about the whole history. Goes into the next room as well. Little video to watch too. Fully restored old fire truck. How unbelievable.
Being pushed on with all possible dispatch. The top was put on one apartment at a shaft and it's...
Oh well, have a look at this old thing. Absolute treasure out here. Wow. Unbelievable. Considering that's actually in pretty good nick. Look, still got glass.
Actually get a photo of you, didn't it?
Door handles. The ye old tennis court. Nature taking it back. Doesn't look like there's been a game. Well, the net's not that old actually.
Would you call that a grass court?
At the present, a weed court now. Is that you trying to be funny though?
Oh, I'm
Are you
hysterical.
cracking funny?
I'm pretty funny.
Big old beautiful barn. Shed. This place is just a time capsule, isn't it, Dale?
It's actually incredible.
Absolute time capsule. Most of the residents, it's a mixture of residents who permanently live here and the national parks who take care of it all. And it's just really well looked after. All the lawns are mowed. It's just bloody beautiful. And the school, established in 1872. Not sure what their enrolments are like, but there's probably about a dozen kids there, I'd say. Oh, look at the size of that tree. Wow. So bloody good. It's just such a treasure to walk the streets of days gone by. Unbelievable. Brendan Blackford, mate, this one's a little bit more fancy than your one. Might need to put in for a grant, mate. This is the Mining Registrar's office. Brilliant. Absolutely beautiful. Well, today we're going on a little adventure again with our walking shoes. We got a bit of a storm last night, and unfortunately it's shut down the underground mine tours because they reckon it gets a bit of water in there, and probably had about 10 mil in a bit of a thunderstorm that rolled through. It's pretty impressive watching the lightning show. But anyway, so now we've come out. What's it called though? Bald Hill. Bald Hills Circuit Track. It's just a walking track, and I'm guessing it's through all the old gold fields, I guess, minefields, where all the work kind of happened. So there's a few old points of interest along the way, and we'll go have a look at them. It's not very far. It's only a couple of k's. Not sure if that's one way or return. But anyway, we'll find out. It's not very far anyway. So here's to a day of adventure, I think, Dan.
Forward to it.
Late start though, it's about bloody midday. Michelle, you went for a bit of a run around, didn't you?
Indeed, went for a run.
Yeah, didn't run off.
Merlin's lookout? Nah, damn shame, huh?
Oh, what? But it's supposed to be ordinary weather all day today. It hasn't been too bad so far. So can't complain. At least it's not blowing. I was going to say tits off. I can say that, can't I, Dale?
No.
At least it's not horizontal rain and hectic wind gusts. I can't stand it, but a little bit of rain on the tent while you're sleeping is quite lovely. What do you think?
I was more distracted by all the grunting last night and we didn't have any neighbours. I've got to find out what animals they were today.
Yeah, some animal digging up the ground similar to what pigs do. So, what did someone suggest they were?
A bandicoot?
A bandicoot.
We'll take the light to bed tonight
Yeah,
and check it out.
take me SWAT light to bed. And at the sound of this grunting, I will investigate. Anyway, unlike some of these other mining towns, they've heavily grated all the open shafts. That's pretty mad.
Hello.
Through the trees here, we have a couple of deer.
So pretty. Look, there's another one. There's 3.
There they are.
Oh, one's got horns.
One's
That's the
got
male. Yeah.
deer on it. Deer.
Deer.
Antlers.
Spotting.
This here is all that remains of quite a large building housing all the batteries and crushing.
Through the quartz, yeah.
And it's evident because like when you walk up through this bush, there's just crushed quartz everywhere. But apparently this is all that remains because the rest of the building and all the machines in it were uplifted and moved elsewhere to more promising location. Unbelievable. And here we've got a dam that apparently collected all the silt from the workings of the batteries, crushing all the quartz. And it all just collect in here and flow out into Hill End Creek. So this is the entrance to the Bald Hill mine. The tours have been put on hold today because it gets flooded. And with last night's rain, apparently it's a bit wet in there. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Here we have a pretty good example of a quartz vein, which would have got many a miner pretty excited. They take a few samples from it, see if it yielded any gold before they decided to really get into it and dig it right out and dig underground. But yeah, Michelle's right in the way.
Oops.
Yeah, that's a pretty clear little quartz vein there in the walking track. Here's one of these big batteries, rock crusher. So you put the rock in underneath there and they just go up and down through this belt driven drive here onto these cams, lifting and just bang, bang, bang all day, breaking rock apart in the hope for finding gold. It's pretty awesome. There's Michelle in there for a bit of scale. So we've come for a bit of a drive out of town now, not too far. This is the site of the roasting pits, and inside this little construction housed the big batteries to crush the rock. And up here on the hill they used to cook the quartz stone in an attempt, well it did actually make it easier to crush them. Alright, next stop along the little road out of town. Well, we went to the farthest point and working our way back toward town, but this is Valentine's Mine. Oh, that's awesome. So good to go down there. All the ladders are gone. It's pretty cool how they left a little ore bucket on the end of it there. So you can sort of see a bit better on this one. Big wheel obviously to turn it. And these little lobes here just picked up those rods and then dropped them back down. On the other side here. And they just get crushed. This is a bit more fancy, this one. P&N Russell & Co. Engineers, 83 Sydney, 1871. So just to manufacture that and get it out here is just like, just mental. Alright, our last little stop off is this Golden Gully. And after the little gold rush in 1851 in Hill End, people started finding gold through this creek. And the gold rush eventually reached all the way along the plateau to Mudgee. And it started here in this gully in 1852. And this creek is prone to flash flooding. They warn you not to come down here if we're forecast for a significant storm. It's a little bit wet underfoot from last night's.
And there's a storm brewing.
There is a storm brewing. It's banging and crashing up over the side of the mountain down there. Not sure which way it's going, but those are just unreal. Oh,
I think it's erosion.
it looks like erosion.
Yeah.
Little creek cuts through the hillside here. Funny though, that actually looks like it could have been a drilled shaft just there. Unbelievable. And the sign specifically says do not enter. Oh look, it goes up in there. Yeah, they've dug this bit in the right spot because it's right where the old riverbed used to be. Continues on up into there. Dug out this there. Unreal. You can muck around in here. I recommend you don't though because it's very unstable. Huh? You never know your luck. One of these might be a little gold nugget. And I'll tell you what, if they were, I'd be lost. You wouldn't see me again. I'd just be here somewhere.